Okay, you've just landed, 9 hours in the air, and now it's what, 3 a.m. local time. You're in the hotel, wide awake, staring at the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, that feeling. It's just this awful mix, isn't it? You're exhausted, but totally wired.
Exactly. Your brain feels like fog, and you know you've got like a big meeting or something important the next day.
And that feeling,
Yeah.
that's really the difference maker, isn't it? Between just, being somewhere and actually performing.
Right, because, somewhere in that same hotel, maybe even down the hall.
There's someone who is on your exact same flight, across the same 6 time zones,
Uh-huh.
and they're going to wake up tomorrow feeling pretty good. Alert. Ready. Peak performer versus, well, the zombie staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, the zombie. Same flight, totally different result. And that gap, that control, that's what we're grabbing today. Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah, our mission today is to really cut past the usual stuff, the drink more water advice, which, okay, you should do, but
But it's not the game changer.
no. We're giving you the specific, science-backed protocols, the stuff involving movement, strategic light, the things elite athletes, serious business travelers use to literally force their internal clock to shift faster.
We're talking about cutting that adjustment time way down. This is a deep dive into what you do, like right in those first critical 24 hours after landing. That's what decides if you thrive or just survive the trip.
Exactly. So maybe let's start with what we're actually up against. What is this thing we call jet lag?
Good idea. Before we get to the fix, let's understand the enemy. People just say fatigue, but it's way more than that, biologically speaking, right?
Oh, absolutely. Jet lag is really, it's a communication breakdown inside your body. A serious mismatch between your internal body clock, that's your circadian rhythm, and the actual time zone you've just landed in.
So your body's still thinking it's, I don't know, lunchtime back home.
Pretty much. While the sun outside is telling it it's bedtime, or vice versa, in that conflict, that mismatch, it causes real physiological stress.
And what's running that internal schedule? What's the control center?
That's a tiny region in your brain, in the hypothalamus, called the Suprachiasmatic nucleus, the SCN. Think of it as the master clock.
The master clock, okay.
And it doesn't just control sleep. It regulates, well, pretty much everything on a daily cycle. Your alertness levels, your core body temperature, when you feel hungry, hormone release, like cortisol in the morning, melatonin at night.
Whoa, wait, so if my digestion feels off after a flight or I make a dumb mistake in an early meeting,
Yeah.
that's the SCN being confused.
That's exactly it. When the master clock is out of sync, it throws everything else off. Digestion, cognitive function, even your immune system takes a hit. It's a total body thing, much bigger than just feeling sleepy.
Okay, this is fascinating and explains why flying east always feels so much worse than flying west. Why is that?
Yeah, that's the asymmetry of travel, and it's key. Traveling east, you lose hours. You need to advance your clock, basically force yourself to sleep and wake up earlier than your body wants to.
Right.
But here's the thing. Our natural human circadian rhythm isn't exactly 24 hours. It tends to run a little bit longer, maybe closer to 25 hours for a lot of people.
So our bodies naturally find it easier to stay up later, to delay?
Precisely. It's biologically easier to delay sleep, which is what you do when traveling west, than it is to force yourself to sleep earlier, like when traveling east. Understanding that changes how you approach it.
And without any specific strategies, the rule of thumb is what? Like 1 day of feeling off for every time zone crossed.
That's the general guideline, yeah.
That's-
So a 6-hour time difference could mean 6 days of feeling subpar, which is just not acceptable if you're there for something important.
Totally unacceptable. So we need ways to speed that up significantly. Okay, let's talk tools. What are the most powerful signals we can send to that master clock, the SCN, to tell it to reset?
Right. The number one most powerful environmental cue, hands down, is light, specifically bright light hitting your retinas.
Light.
That light signal goes directly to the SCN. It's the primary way your brain knows if it's day or night. And using light strategically, you can actually shift your clock by about an hour per day, sometimes more.
But there's a catch, right? Getting light at the wrong time can backfire.
Huge catch. Critical detail. If you blast yourself with bright light when your internal clock thinks it should be, say, 3 a.m., you can actually push your clock in the opposite direction you want it to go.
Oof. Okay.
So timing is absolutely everything. Think of light like medicine. You need the right dose at precisely the right time. Get it wrong, and you make things worse.
Got it. Light is number one. What's the second big lever we can pull?
Physical activity.
Movement.
How does exercise help reset the clock?
It works in a few ways. Exercise raises your core body temperature, which is a strong wake-up signal to the body. It also influences hormones like cortisol and melatonin. And it even directly affects what are called clock genes within your cells.
Interesting. So it's not just about burning off travel fatigue. No, not primarily. The key here, again, is timing and also intensity.
Hmm.
When you exercise and how hard determines whether that activity helps to advance your clock or delay it.
Okay, light and movement. Timed strategically, starting the second we land, essentially. Let's get into the actual protocol. Phase 1.
Phase 1, immediate post-flight. Okay, gold rule. As soon as you land, you operate on local time. Immediately.
No matter how tired you feel.
No matter how tired. Do not go to the hotel, pull the curtains, and crash for 3 hours if it's like 2 p.m. local time.
Yeah.
That just reinforces your old schedule.
Right. Fight that urge. Okay, maybe a very short power nap, 20 minutes max.
Yeah, 20 minutes is the absolute limit if you're desperate. But the main goal now is gentle movement.
Gentle. Why gentle?
Because you've just been sedentary, crammed in a seat for hours. You're
Yeah.
stiff, circulation is sluggish. The goal here is just to reverse that, get things moving, signal activity to the body, but without causing exhaustion.
Okay, so give us the specifics. What does this immediate 10, 15-minute mobility flow look like?
Okay, think of it in maybe 2 quick parts. First, focus on the spine and core where you get really stiff. We want gentle mobilization. So slow, controlled neck rolls, maybe 10 circles each way.
Okay.
Then some spinal twists. Standing is fine, just gently rotating, maybe 10 each side, wrings out tension. And hip circles, 10 each way, each leg, just loosening up those joints.
Got it. Low impact, just getting things unstuck.
Exactly. Then part 2, we focus a bit more on circulation and waking things up. Some ankle pumps, maybe 20 reps, really helps with any swelling and gets blood moving from the lower legs.
Good one.
Cat-cow stretches on hands and knees if you can. 10 rounds, great for the whole spine. And then to finish, maybe some walking lunges with a gentle twist over the front leg. 10 per leg. That gets the whole body involved.
Nice. A full body wake up, but still manageable.
Right. And the ideal scenario, do this little routine while walking outside. If you can, get that natural light exposure at the same time. You're hitting both cues movement and light immediately.
Brilliant. Combining the two right away. Okay, that's phase 1, immediate arrival. Now phase 2. This is the more strategic exercise and light timing for the actual circadian reset. And it depends on direction, right? East versus west.
Totally depends. Let's start with eastward travel. You've flown east, you've lost time, you need to advance your clock, wake up earlier.
Okay, so everything needs to scream morning to your body.
Exactly. So the workout timing, early morning. Think 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. local time, ideally on those first couple of days.
And the intensity for this eastward workout.
This needs to be moderate to high intensity. You want to get your heart rate up, maybe break a sweat, definitely raise your core body temperature. That sends a really strong wake up, it's daytime signal.
Okay, strong morning workout. What about the light strategy to go with it?
Crucial. You want to actively seek out bright light, preferably natural sunlight, between roughly 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. noon, local time. Get outside if you can.
Soak up that morning sun.
Yes, and just as important is the avoidance later. You need to strictly avoid bright light from about 8 p.m. until maybe 4 a.m. your local time. Dim the lights way down in the evening. Use blue light blocking glasses if you look at screens. Protect your eyes.
Got it. Morning light and exercise, dim light and avoidance at night for eastward travel. Now flip it. Westward travel. We've gained time. We need to delay our clock, stay up later.
Right, so the timing logic reverses. For the workout, you're looking at late afternoon or early evening, say 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. local time.
Why then?
Because that burst of activity, the rise in core temperature then, helps keep you alert and push back against that natural urge to sleep that's hitting you based on your old time zone. It helps delay the melatonin rise until a more appropriate local bedtime.
Intensity still moderate to high.
Yeah, same idea. Strong signal needed, just timed differently.
Okay, and the light strategy for westward. This is the one that feels really counterintuitive, right?
It really does, but it's vital. When traveling west, you need to avoid bright light in the morning.
Avoid morning light, even sunlight.
Yes, especially before about 10 a.m. local time. If you land at 8 a.m. and it's sunny, you actually want to wear sunglasses if you're outside. You're essentially trying to keep your brain thinking it's earlier, preventing it from starting the day too soon, according to the new time zone.
Wow, okay. Sunglasses indoors, practically?
Well, maybe not indoors, but definitely outside.
Yeah.
Keep that morning light exposure minimal. Then you strategically seek bright light later in the day, say from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. local time. This reinforces the later day signal, aligning with your evening workout.
That is such a key distinction. Avoid morning light going west. Seek afternoon evening light. Seek morning light going east. Avoid evening night light.
You've nailed it. That's the core difference in the light and exercise timing based on direction. Get that right, and you're way ahead.
Okay, so we've managed the day with strategic light and exercise. Now we hit phase 3, the evening wind down and optimization. This is about actually getting quality sleep at the new local time.
Exactly. The goal here is to actively signal sleep time to your body. We need to calm the system down, encourage that natural drop in core body temperature that precedes sleep. Start this maybe 60 to 90 minutes before your target local bedtime.
And movement here is different, right? No more high intensity.
Absolutely not. Movement now must be very gentle. We're talking 15, maybe 20 minutes max of slow, calming activity.
Like what specifically?
Think gentle yoga, maybe some yin yoga holds like child's pose or legs up the wall pose. That one's fantastic for travel fatigue and circulation. Slow, mindful stretching. Tai Chi could work too. Anything that's calming, not stimulating. No sweating.
Makes sense, just easing the body down. And we can layer relaxation techniques on top of that.
Yes, definitely. Breath work is powerful. The 4-7-8 breath is great for this. Inhale quietly through your nose for 4 counts. Hold the breath for 7 counts. Exhale completely through your mouth for 8 counts. Repeat that maybe 5 to 10 times. It really activates the parasympathetic nervous system.
Calms you right down.
Or you could do progressive muscle relaxation. Systematically tensing, then releasing different muscle groups from your feet up to your head helps release that stored physical tension from travel.
Okay, gentle movement, breath work. What about other helpers, like food and supplements?
Also key. Meal timing is another strong cue, or Zeitgeber. Start eating your meals according to local time immediately upon arrival. Try to have a higher protein breakfast to promote alertness, and keep dinner lighter and maybe less complex, easier to digest.
Hand supplements. Melatonin comes up a lot.
Yeah, melatonin can be very effective, especially for eastward travel where you need to advance your clock. A low dose, maybe 0.5 to 5 milligrams, taken about 30 minutes to 2 hours before your destination bedtime, can really help initiate sleep.
Good tip. Anything else?
Magnesium's another good one, maybe 200, 400 milligrams before bed. It helps with muscle relaxation and has a generally calming effect on the nervous system.
Right. And hydration. I assume that's just table stakes throughout.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Being even slightly dehydrated makes every single jet lag symptom worse. Aim for, 2 to 3 liters of water spread throughout the day. Flying is incredibly dehydrating.
Constant hydration. Got it. Okay, quick scenario. What if you land, you're exhausted, maybe you didn't sleep on the plane, and a full moderate to high intensity workout just feels impossible on day 1? What's the minimum effective dose?
Great question. If a full workout isn't happening, the absolute best bang for your buck is a brisk walk outside.
Just a walk.
A brisk one, yeah. Get the heart rate up a bit, but mainly you're combining those 2 power cues,
Yeah.
movement and natural light exposure. If you can only manage one thing, make it a timed, brisk walk outdoors, according to the East-West rules we discussed.
Okay, that's a good fallback. Now, any advanced hacks for people who really want to optimize? I heard something about using showers strategically.
Ah, yes, the strategic shower technique. It's simple but effective. For eastward travel, needing that morning wake-up, a quick cold shower gives you that jolt, helps raise core body temperature slightly, really signals awake.
Okay, and evening.
Evening, especially before bed, a nice warm or hot shower or bath. That helps relax muscles, and the subsequent drop in core body temperature as you cool down actually helps trigger sleepiness.
Clever. Using temperature. What about fasting? That sounds intense, but powerful.
It is more advanced, yeah, but some people swear by it. The idea is you fast for about 12 to 16 hours leading up to your arrival. You basically skip the meals on the plane or time it so your fast ends.
Ends when?
Ends with breakfast at the destination's normal breakfast time.
Yeah.
So your first meal becomes this really strong metabolic signal, aligning you immediately with a new local eating schedule. It resets the food clock along with the light-dark clock.
Interesting. A powerful reset if you can manage it. Okay, before we wrap, let's bullet point the big mistakes, the absolute don'ts that will sabotage all this effort.
Right. Number 1, don't take long naps.
Yeah.
Seriously, 20 minutes max. Anything longer digs you deeper into the old time zone.
Okay. No multi-hour crash sessions.
Number 2, don't do intense exercise at the wrong time. Like, don't go lift heavy weights at 9 p.m. if you flew east and need to sleep soon. Mismatched signal.
Got it.
3, don't hide indoors all day. You need that natural bright light signal. Relying only on dim indoor lighting won't cut it. Get outside at the strategic times.
Makes sense.
And finally, number 4, don't use alcohol to try and knock yourself out. It might make you drowsy initially, but it fragments your sleep, ruins the quality, and leaves you feeling worse. Big mistake.
Right. Sedation isn't restorative sleep. Okay, huge amount of actionable stuff there. So the big takeaway for you listening is you really can take control of this. Jet lag doesn't have to wreck your trip or your performance.
Not at all. You have the levers now. It's about strategic movement, getting that light exposure time just right, and sticking rigidly to local time for sleep and meals. Those first 24 hours really set the tone for how quickly you adapt.
Absolutely. And we focused heavily on what to do after you land today.
Mm.
But for those really looking to optimize, maybe the final thought to chew on is this. The preparation can start even before you pack your bags.
Wow. How so?
Well, there's research into something called sleep banking. Basically, getting an extra hour or two of sleep each night for, say, 3-4 days before your trip. It builds up a bit of a resilience buffer to handle that initial sleep debt from the travel itself.
Banking sleep beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. Proactive, not just reactive.
Exactly. Today was the fix, the protocol for when you land, but the next level might be preventing the worst of it before you even leave. Something to think about for your next long haul.
That's a great insight to end on. Travel smart, everyone. You've got the tools now to conquer that jet lag.